Today I'm going to talk about a general spread, and I think the general spread is the most important spread you should do at the beginning of any reading. This is a real spread that is done for a lady who's 40. So the 6-card layout, the first card, position 1, relates to the question or the questioner, what's important to her. Position 2 relates to her love life or loved ones. Position 3 relates to money. Position 4 is work or home. Position 5 is health. And position 6 is what she's got coming to her in the near future, or sometimes what affects her spiritual growth. And what we've got here, the lady herself is coming out as the Empress, which is a very powerful card to start with. It shows she's like, the Empress is a bit like being everybody's mother. So she's obviously a nurturer, she obviously looks after people, but it also relates to the home and home improvements. She might be doing a garden, the weather's just getting nice in the UK, so she could be doing something that's positive to the home and making new plans and everything. It can also indicate pregnancy, the Empress, especially with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands in the same spread. But if it was going to be pregnancy, I'd expect it in her health position, which it isn't, which is position 5. So the Empress shows she's a positive person. She's going into a time of growth. It's a very good time for material abundance as well. Now on her love life and loved ones, she's got the Fool, which is a very powerful card as well. It's the beginning of a new 21-year cycle, the Fool is. So she's starting out on a new journey. She's got new phases coming in her life. Because it's facing the Empress, she could be looking at doing something to her home, making new plans, making new changes. To have 2 major cards like that right next to each other would also indicate that the next 18 months would be like a big turning point where her life is concerned. And the Fool means she's not rushing into anything, she's not rushing off, but she's taking steps towards new beginnings and making new plans. And that's backed up with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. We've got the Ace of Cups on money and the Ace of Wands on home and work. And aces are things that are right for the person's soul path. The tarot is based on the Kabbalah, and the minor arcana are based on a scale of 1 to 10. Aces are the closest thing that's right to the person's soul path, and by the time we got to the 9s and 10s, it's all a bit busy and it's all a bit hectic. So to have the Ace of Cups on money shows she's going to be doing something she would love doing where money is concerned, something she would enjoy, because it stands for your heart chakra being open and balanced. So she's obviously going into a new financial project or something that she's going to enjoy, and maybe her partner's going to be earning more money as well. And on her work and home, she got the Ace of Wands. So whether she's doing something online, whether she's starting a new website, whether she's putting... The Wands are all about communication and talking, and the Ace of Wands is very much to do with that sort of thing. On her health position, she's got the Queen of Cups, which is all to do with healing and meditation. And so she could be taking care of herself. She could be interested in well-being. And as that happens, this lady is a healer. So that would be backed up really with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands as well. She could be going into something new with healing. And maybe with the Empress, she could get interested in nutrition and things as well. And children and things that are good for that sort of thing. And on what's coming next is the King of Swords. So that can be... It could be her partner being very busy with work and having to make time to spend time together and everything. But she could be also making some practical and logical decisions, like really logical. Swords are very much to do with the mind and making decisions based on legal papers and forms and documents, and just being very practical and logical about everything. Which, you know, but also the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups could be her with her partner. You know, one could be logical, one could be more spiritual, one's emotional, one's logical. So it's a good start to the reading. Because we've got 2 aces and the Fool, it's definitely a time of new growth for this person, and it's a very positive time for them. So they're going into a much more happy, and I would say anything new they're thinking about doing right now, I would advise them to go ahead with it. It's very positive.